Hi everyone, how are you? Haven't seen you for a while. How are you? I'm coming here for you in the midst of the social isolation of Covid-19. I want a little bit to talk about it because we are a high-risk family. Because Regina works in the system, she works in the as a medical professional. We are in high risk, all of us, right? She can easily bring it from her work home and vice versa. So we're taking some precaution of social isolation. What are you doing in your social isolation if you're socially isolated, right? It's so hard on the one hand. On the other hand, because it's spring break here, it's a bit easier. There is not a lot of activities anyways. Ariel is having his friends mostly online, which is wonderful. So he's communicating with his friends and playing and whatnot. So it's nice. On the other hand, we are lucky enough to be here and to live in such a beautiful area that we can hike. We can hike beautiful trails, and if we're all together, the weather is smiling. So we're taking our car, going to trails, having fun. There is almost no people, and if you do see people, usually you just go say hi and go. No real contact. So yeah, very nice this way. We're high risk, as I told you. Particularly, we're not afraid, right? We don't have, thank goodness, immunocompromised people in our household, nor in our closer surrounding, and this will be the most concerning thing about it. We don't. I really don't. I'm not afraid to get sick or something, even if, the chances are that we're going to be fine. But into the respect that elderly that Regina works with, and we don't want to be the source to bring things to them. What else? I'm going shopping. I'm limiting to once a week, once in more than a week. Mostly I have most of my meats anyway in the house. So the only thing that I'm going to local grocery. He has beautiful vegetables and all in produce shop, and it's local business which I like to support. So I just been there. There is not a lot of people there. Just went in, bought, went out. That's pretty much what we're doing as for today. I want to ask you how you are in the middle of all this. I hope you're not panicking, because it's not. My heart goes to all of your immunocompromised people that actually need all of those products, because it's ridiculous. People are scared. Actually, the people that can afford money-wise and health-wise will hoard the most, which in my opinion it's just ridiculous. But my heart goes to all of you who can't, and I hope you have enough support system to go shop for you, to bring you stuff, to do stuff, and you can afford it. Because I truly believe that, I truly know that a lot of people just can't afford to buy for 2-3 weeks ahead food staples. That's what's going on in here. The weather is, as you see, truly smiling. We've been yesterday in beautiful trails and just had fun in between the woods, because we can't sit too much in the house. Like, we can if you have no choice, but as for now it's fine. And the officials said that it's fine to go to trails and it's safe for everyone involved. Meanwhile, I want to tell you that I am cold smoking stuff, meats. I built cellar to myself. I'm doing the cured meats that needs to be cured for weeks to months. So I'm playing with this now. It's my new project, and you know me, I always love the new projects. Yeah, so everyone is okay. The funny part is that because of the weather, obviously, I have hay fever. My eyes are mostly red. Now I put a little bit of makeup, but you have to understand I have almost shyness from allergies, runny nose, a lot of apchi, and when I have to go to shop, I had to go, early last week. I sneezed numerous times, and poor people were scared and freaked out just because of my allergies. It sucks. The allergies sucks any days, but now it's even more prominent. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, to socially isolate. And I still have... Yeah. Now everyone asks me, make more videos from your house. Our house is usual. When we weren't here, we had a leak from our ceiling. It's got done, but our house was, again, all of our things were out. And yeah, still 3 months later, we're slowly making our life in more order. So yeah, you will still will have a little bit more of videos from our trip in Asia. Yeah, and I love to do those videos because they remind me of such an experience. I cook very simply now because I don't want to run for ingredients every 2 days. I have the staples and I repeat a lot of meals. So like, in general we eat meat and vegetables. That's how we usually try to eat at home. So yeah, I try to do frozen vegetables that will take time to, like, I can easily last for weeks, like broccolis and Brussels sprouts, like frozen Brussels sprouts, frozen green beans, other mixed vegetables that's very easy to make, like soup, because if you have, it doesn't really matter what kind of mixed vegetables you have. You can add chicken and then mixed vegetables, some spices, and here you go. Cook it for an hour, you have soup. So yeah, I'm trying to minimize the very basic foods, and if I need to go to store, I will do it one time a week, 10 days, for fresh produce, milks and stuff like this, perishable food items. Yeah, no panic on our side at all, but again, we're not in the risk group. Yeah, are you panicking? Are you buying stuff? Do you live in food desert that it's very hard to get the foods? What are you doing now? Are you trying to hoard stuff, like to bring more things? I think there is a hoarding on the one hand. On the other hand, it needs to be logical. So you won't need to go to shop like I usually did, like a few times a week to buy small things and to fill in. So I need more planning and buy a little bit more than I usually would, which is smart in this day. It's not hoarding if you have the means to do it. And I know not everyone, unfortunately, have the means to actually buy for 2 weeks, right? For 3 weeks. So for now in British Columbia there is no regulation of total isolation, but they highly recommend social distance. What is in your area? Tell me down below. Are you socially isolated? Is it mandatory, like in Italy? In our area, we have a lot of cases, right? The scary case that actually happened, that is North Vancouver, home, residential home hit. And this is the scariest part, because in the residential homes, those people, they're usually not well, they're usually older people, and they are going to die. And those places, like 2 homes were hit because the staff works in both. And this is scary part, because those people will die, right? It's not, it's not the young, and the young people, sometimes I see them a little bit insensitive, and a lot of other people, especially online, say, "Oh, I'm going to be okay," but are your mom or dad or grandparents are going to be okay? Are your immunocompromised friend, neighbor are going to be okay? I'm not so sure. And so for those people, let's be sensitive, let's do our best. Again, the idea is, it's not that it's not going to happen, the wave. It will. The thing is that our system needs to be prepared to it. And it's by far better than it will be slower. When it's going to be slower, so our system, medical system, will be prepared and able to help everyone. Not just like in Italy, when no one, they need to turn people down and just let people die, the older people die, or it's a hard issue, it's moral issue, I guess. So yeah, that's what we're doing for now. Yeah, I'm bored. Maybe I'll do a couple of live streams just because, to talk to you guys. The thing is that even I can't sit in the usual place when my table is in the house, just because doesn't matter. The house is a mess, so just because I can't really get there to sit there to do it conveniently. So I will try to do it in other places in our house. So that's the update from our end. Let me know what is the update on COVID-19 in your areas, how you prepare, what you are doing in your house. And so maybe that, do you have some recipes, staple recipes that you can cook? Again, be logical, okay? There is, and as for now, there is not going to be outbreak of the electricity. So things like frozen vegetables are totally fine, not just canned. I know everyone bought pastas and cans and etc. But it's very hard to live out of pasta and cans for straight 3-4 weeks, right? So frozen foods. Frozen section is your friend pretty much now. Out of frozen vegetables and meats, you can make fresh food like soups, stews, whatever. If you're lucky enough, you can have barbecue if you have yard, or smoke meat, some fish, like I do in my house. Again, it's here. I'm socially isolated, so I'm enjoying it outside around my house. So yeah, don't panic, but be prepared and aware. That's what I think, that's how it should be. Unfortunately, a lot of people panic over things that they shouldn't. And they don't panic actually over things that they should. So yeah, we're somewhere in the middle. We're trying to be cautious, but definitely not panicking. Definitely not. Like, I'm very calm. I had to go to Costco to take some things from Costco area, so I jumped, and people were like it was early in the morning, they were standing in lines, which I think it's ridiculous again. And on the other hand, I saw a lot of kids, like older kids, brought their elderly parents to this madness, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is the thing that you don't do. Shop for your parents or for your neighbors. Shop for them. Don't bring them to this madness. So yeah. So thank you so much for today. This is just the update of our lives and our crazy situation in the world. I hope you're not going to panic. I hope, and again also, I hope you're not, if you're immunocompromised, reach out. There are Facebook pages who help, at least in our area. And neighbors, or someone who can run for you to do your errands. And stay safe, stay alive, And thank you so very much. And please subscribe, write me a comment how your things are where you live. And see you next time. Bye. The next time it's going to be again travels. Okay, travel for a while now. So thank you so much and see you next time. Bye. Okay guys, I'm coming here, PS, after I said goodbye and everything, I'm coming here, and just now, it's March 16, now, our Prime Minister is talking, he's talking about closing the borders, and non-Canadian can't enter the borders. Yeah, the political part, it scares me more than Covid-19, but those measures needs to be done, I guess. So yeah, I think there will be changes in recommendation on a daily basis. So yeah, just listen, adapt and change. That's what I can recommend for you. Adapt, change and listen for good recommendations. So yeah, I see you next time and love you.